Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Alhamdulillah. Wassalatu wassalam ala Rasulillah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Allahumma alimna ma yanfa'na wa anfa'na bima alamtana wa zidna ilman. Brothers and sisters, again, when I make some video responses and there's certain people involved, it might be a reaction to one of Muhammad Hijab's video, Ali Dawa, or Omar Suleiman, or Mufti Menk, or Sheikh Asim, or this and that. I'm addressing a specific topic. Doesn't mean I'm endorsing a person or refuting them or anything like that. So please chill out and listen to what's being said. Second of all, um, most of the people know me about what I talk about. I try to stay away from politics, some issues, even though I feel very strong about what's happening in Palestine and everywhere else. But I will not use the misery of certain stuff where people have been tested in this. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala help them and bless them and protect them and give them victory to highlight this or highlight that. But some people do. And today I'm going to react to a video of a brother. I'm not saying that I'm supporting him or I'm against him. Brother brings some good points, and he has a good point. If you're online, man, you're going to be scrutinized. I've been scrutinized many times, and it is what it is. People can respond, people can not respond. It's up to them. When you're online, don't get all angry if someone is going to take a jab at you. It will happen. Okay? Don't think that you just jump on and say stuff and do stuff, and everyone's going to be like, good job, man. Good job. Doctor this and doctor that and shake this and shake that and brother this and brother that. It's going to happen, man. Things are going to be out. Things are going to get dirty sometimes. And it's up to you if you want to defend yourself or not. A Muslim should defend themselves if they want to. And if not, if they take the opinion of other scholars who say that, hey, don't defend yourself. Just let them be. Let the mongers and the criticizers criticize. Then that's fine. It's up to you, man. You decide. But once you're online, you get exposed, in a sense, to criticism. Now, the video that I am going to talk about today is the brother here, okay? And basically, he's talking about, he's talked about many different people. Again, I'm not saying I support, I reject, and so on. He's brought forth evidence. He definitely speaks in a very organized manner, and is definitely, the first time I saw him was about the Dunya Shoaib, Sheikha Dunya Shoaib, right? And by the way, if you don't know, there's this whole trends of women being Hafiza, Alima, the titles, and then Doctor, Sheikh, Doctor, this and that, and ta ta ta. Look, titles are titles, fine, but you gotta live by those titles. The phenomenon of women being empowered, of gynocentrism, and of course, what's called the crowdfunding dawah. Back in the days, Sheikh Doctor so-and-so would have gone to Kuwait or Saudi Arabia and gotten $1 million for his project and so on. And he would have done things, inshallah, usually, because, by the way, some of these guys were our teachers like 15 years ago, 10 years ago in Sharia Academy. Some of them were our teachers 15, 19 years ago even, okay? They were our teachers. They were my teachers. And I'm telling you that they were very, very different people. What has changed? According to me, what I see and the evidence, crowdfunding came in, demand supply Islam came in, the funding from the Gulf countries were stopped due to certain political things. It's not our business. But then what happened is now every person, they would get $1 million from someone and they would do their work. Now they get $1 million from 1 million people, i.e. $1 from each person. And they have to everyone's a shareholder now in that video and in that project. So they got to be very careful, because especially women are going to get upset and unfollow you, and then you don't get paid, man. That's just the reality. And we can see in the last 15 years that the dawah scene has changed. It's not really about what Allah and His messengers say. It's more about like what women feel. What women feel. Are they going to get upset? Are women going to get so upset that they might send the FBI, the squad team, to break down your door and shoot you at 4 a.m. in the morning, like it happened to this brother? Not only to him, but to his family. Okay. And when I tell you that women can go to some crazy extent, and maybe there might be some crazy men who might do that. There might be some psychopaths out there, but in general, men are not going to do that, bro, just because of some marital discord. Man, this Dunya lady really did it. And the brother showed all the evidence. I think the brother has a very good way of presenting it. Again, I'm not endorsing him or going against him, nor am I attacking this one or that one. Just because I'm putting his video doesn't mean I'm this and that. People need to chill out, man. I'm just where credit is due, man. Like that's what a Muslim does. A Muslim doesn't take just allegiances because he likes this one or likes that one, or because I was on a podcast with this person, I'm going to defend them, and because I always had some video with this person, I'm going to attack him. No. As Ali radiallahu anh said, that a Muslim should accept the truth from wherever it comes. Wherever it comes. And we should accept the truth from wherever it comes. And may Allah guide us. I mean, we all have mistakes. So, let's go. The accusation here and the discussion is about Dr. Omar Suleiman, who is definitely a champion for women, who is definitely did not stand up to Dunya Shoaib or any of the other women out of fear that they're going to terminate him. And yes, women always think that they can just terminate a man. And sometimes really to the point, believe it or not, that they actually want to terminate him, meaning his life. And some women have tried that. And yes, these are some of them religious women, hafiza, niqabi, and so on. And I'm not trying to take a jab at niqabis and hafizas, but some of them behave like, well, like monsters. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, like shayateen from the ins. May Allah guide them. Ameen. Definitely, I know that the brother has suffered, and I know that maybe a lot of the things that he's saying is out of his suffering. But we are human beings in the end, and that's just the way it is. It is what it is. He has a lot of points. Anyway, the accusation is that Dr. Omar Suleiman has plagiarized some of his PhD, and the accusation comes from a lot of people. It is an accusation. It stands to him to defend it. He definitely defended our positions before him. I wish Dr. Suleiman would defend his position as to why he's so gynocentric and so against the Sunnah, why he, has to respond to non-Muslim women about polygyny and to put down actually polygyny in a sense, to make it sound like it's some kind of, 1001 Nights fantasy, Arabian Nights fantasy, and many other things where he is so gynocentric, not to mention the rituals that he's done with lesbian priestess and all kinds of stuff. By the way, he was a very different person. He was my teacher, and I really miss that guy. I really miss that man who used to start the class so strongly. His du'as at the beginning. That's what I remember about Omar. He used to give these strong du'as and warn us against deviation and warn us against compromising our principles, against the Quran Sunnah, right? To compromise our principles. But he's not that same person anymore. He is a famous person. He's been invited to the White House. He's been given all kinds of speeches. He flies around. His price card is definitely huge. I saw it for a high school in Michigan, how much he was charging. It was in it was in the thousands of dollars, if I remember correctly. Very expensive for 1 hour. Some of them go very, very high. It is what it is. I mean, the guy's got to make some money, isn't it? But that shouldn't allow necessarily for him to bend his principles to demand supply Islam. Now, there's a strong, I'm not going to go into the PhD thing. We'll see what the brother provides and we'll see. The brother's challenging him very clearly here. Let's see where it is. On a few things. He's challenging him to take an oath. Okay. He's challenging him to, here's the first oath. Okay. Oath number 1, okay, and oath number 2, because it's an accusation. It's not an accusation done by him. Well, I think it's an interesting oath. I would challenge Dr. Musulman oath number 3 to say that he's not been basically twisted and manipulated by women and by other people of the community to be gynocentric and to try to attack the Sunnah and to try to water down Islam, and that this is really he's representing the Sunnah of the Prophet ﷺ with some of the stuff that he says and he's been saying lately, okay, about women, about polygyny, about the Sunnah, about, and that he's not made up his own version of Walt Disney Islam. That would be my third oath, and to many other people, and Yasir Qadi as well, and that's another oath that you would have to take, and so on. But of course, these guys, they don't care because they know they have so many supporters and so many weak people who are going to still clap for them and still, even, to the point of support them blindly. I wouldn't go as far as saying worship, but hey, man, I mean, it is an obsession, it seems like. And they're willing to stand with these people no matter what. And they're willing to do some really heavy stuff to attack the people who are bringing up these things. Now, I will get into the delusion of the females of this brother is just stating some facts that some independent body has called Dr. Omar Suleiman to respond to. His dissertation, a PhD to IIUM, which is an Islamic International University of Malaysia, that basically there's been plagiarized. It's an accusation. There's some evidence for it. And he should respond. And he doesn't. And then, of course, people are going to start defending him and so on and so forth. I don't see the brother really insulting anything. He's quite professional. Yes, he brings some very heavy statements, no doubt, but it is what it is. And definitely Omar Suleiman has made some weird statements over the past, let's say, 6-7 years. That definitely requests someone to check him. And many people have checked him, yet still the fanboys and fangirls are going to keep going. Now, where I want to focus on this video, you guys can watch the video and you can decide what to believe and so on based on the evidence provided. May Allah protect the brother. I am going to focus on this part. Okay. And I usually talk about female psychology. I talk about how dangerous these female sheikhas can get today. And if you don't believe me, and I've said it many, many times, then you can also watch the brother's video about Sheikha Dunya, okay, which sadly is his ex-wife. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala help the brother. Maybe he himself has made some mistakes in promoting her back in the days, and I think he admitted that. And I think I keep telling men, guys, women's position is not there in the forefront. Yes, we've had plenty of women scholars in the Islamic tradition, plenty of muhaddith, of hadith and women in the hadith chains. Alhamdulillah, sahabiyat and great women. But they never took that stage. And Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters. And with the makeup and and everyone's like, mashallah, mashallah, and in front of everyone, and discussions behind the scenes and with men sometimes, and the fan and the this and the that, and then when you tell her, hey, stop now, I don't like it, and then she'll try to kill you sometimes. And people think that I'm exaggerating. I'm not exaggerating. And the brother can show you one example. I can tell you many other examples over my 23 years of counseling of some serious stuff, man. Okay? And while some men do some crazy stuff as well, no doubt, it seems like women are really, really spearheading this thing. So look at this one. This is interesting. I find that this is...
balcony. No, this ain't a joke. I am dead serious. Stay in your lane. You could be treated the worst way possible. Not playing my elite card. I could destroy you in seconds because of my religious position too. But if needed, I take whatever steps are needed. Beware. Omar is not only my partner, he is a respected person in the society, and we can't let anyone utter a word that could harm his dignity. Do you even realize who he is?
Subhanallah, I now have an official death threat by...
All right. So who is the sister? I try to look her up. It seems like it's this one here, Dr. Tayyiba Bashir. But let me rephrase that and correct myself. This is Alima Hafiza, Dr. Tayyiba Bashir. Alima. She seems to be a neuroscience, Islamic scholar, Cambridge nerd, Oxford. Oxford and Cambridge, bro. Are you kidding me, man? Like, how can you... This is what you talking about, like the colonial mindset, the colonized mind. Oh, Oxford ended. That's the same thing with Yasser Qadi, right? He's gone to wherever he's gone, to the Ivy League universities. That's where he really learned Islam, and it challenged him, and he got doubts, and everyone's like, wow, he got doubts. Wow, he was learning with Kuffar and with Yahud, teaching him tafsir and Quran, and he saw the light finally. Medina University could not show him the light, but he saw the light finally when he learned in wherever he was, Yale, right? I think that's where he went. Anyway, I don't know if this Dr. Tayyiba, yeah, she's definitely, of course, supporting Miftah Institute. She's a preacher. She's wife. Okay, she is wife. Wow, this is really amazing. She's wife of the Lord of the heavens, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in Jannah. Wait a second. Am I reading this correctly? Okay, so let's reread it. Oxford, Cambridge nerd, neurosurgery aspirant, becoming Islamic scholar at Miftah Institute, preacher, hearts, wife of the Lord of the heavens, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in Jannah. Man, she a nun? Because I think nuns, they believe that they're married to Jesus in paradise. That's interesting. So, as a student of psychology, this is it's just purely interesting to claim that. But how I know that it's her, obviously you can see that she's supporting that. And there's a picture of her. I'm not necessarily going to show it. It seems to be an actual doctor. But amazing, 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 amazing that actually she's basically saying publicly that she's going to push the guy off the balcony, maybe. Okay, I'm dead serious. Like, and you know what the funny thing is? Again, why I'm so fascinated by female psychology is that she put it publicly with her name on. And she's a professional, it seems. And she doesn't care that she could get fired, she could get fined, she could get imprisoned for basically threatening this brother, man. Literally threatening his life, live, publicly. This is the delusion of the modern Muslim woman, where she believes she can get away with this stuff. And mark my words, if the brother would have put something like that, he would have been arrested within hours. I guarantee you, if I would have put something like that on my public page on X or whatever platform, I would have been arrested. But because a woman does it, because Dr. Ali Hafiza Tayyiba Bashir does it, I don't think nothing can happen. I would have probably lost my job. The brother would have probably lost his job. Many people. But because Ali Hafiza, Dr. Tayyiba put it, Bashir, nope, nothing will happen. This is the delusion of the modern world. Everyone takes a knee in front of this gynocentric world. The female, the woman is worshipped. They think the delusion is that they think they can get away with it. And indeed they do. And by the way, this is not the strategy used only by women. This victimization, superior morality, and all that's used by America, it's used by Israel to kill men and women, children, the whole world. Feminists have used this. Many, many different groups throughout the history have used this, where we are the ones and we can do it because we can, and you can do nothing about it. Because the whole world needs to bow down to us because at some point we were victims, or because there's a threat of misogyny coming back, and because we can talk whatever nonsense we can to criminally actually threaten someone, to kill them, and get away with it. I can take over a country and abduct the president of another sovereign country and get away with it. And guess what? They do get away with it. Because there's nothing you can do about it. Because it is an issue of who has the power. And that's how it is. So, it's quite amazing to see, okay, what these people stand and defend.
Remember just 6 weeks ago when fabricated clips were being circulated about him? He publicly clarified it was fake. Let me refresh your memory. Remember when he participated in libation rituals? He issued a clarification and a bead around
Is that next to him on the left, a lesbian? He's
the
got a
bush.
lesbian. Yep, yeah. That's a woman with a lesbian gay pride flag around them. Look at all those people. They all got anointed on their heads as well. I don't know if it was a cross or whatever. I don't know who the heck this one is, but man, I mean, come on, bro. He didn't really I don't know if he really put an apology, a clear apology, but again, in the name of Palestine, using Sudan, using the suffering of the Muslim Ummah to justify their stupidity. So, my brothers and sisters, for me, all these things matter, but what matters the most is this, right? I like to go back to the delusion of the modern Muslim woman, that she can get away with murder, it seems, or at least the threat of murder, and no one's gonna do anything about it. That's how deluded they are. That's how fangirl they are. I don't know what she means by Omar is not only my partner. Maybe this is his wife. I have no clue. If she is his wife, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala help him. Because I can only imagine what his life is like with this kind of woman. Of course, doctor, let's not forget. Man, let me know what you guys think in the comments of this video. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala help us to understand things better. May Allah guide women, the modern Muslim women who believe they basically conquer and own the world and everyone should bow down to them. And yes, even if they put forward a death threat, women think they can get away with it. They want all authority, no accountability, no responsibility. And that is dhulm. That is dhulm. And they're willing to, yes, send a SWAT team, SWAT, whatever, to break your door where it looks like it's almost like an intrusion, a burglary. It might make you pick up something to defend yourself and then you get shot and killed. They're willing to push you off the balcony if they have to. They're willing to try to cancel it. They're willing to lie in court through their teeth. While sometimes they're under the label of a scholar, alima, hafidha, niqabi, and so on and so forth. This is the delusion of the modern Muslim woman that's been exasperated by modern Walt Disney, American, Texan imams, Judeo-Christian interpretations of Islam, Yasir Qadhi's, Omar Suleiman's, Mufti Meng's type of stuff, where women are always right. Quack, quack, duck, duck, this, that, left, right. Whatever women feel, that is the standard for Islam. As for Qala Allah, Qala Rasul and evidence, depends. Depends on how women feel. The criteria is now literally the emotions of women and sometimes weak men as well. Very weak men. May Allah guide us all. Let me know what you guys think. Assalamu alaikum.